Tonight, only on HAPPENING.fun. We are attractions. We are casino events. We are nightlife. We are festivals. We are concerts. We are Florida events. We are movies. We are sports. We are live performance. With your host, Napoleon Plays. With your moderator, Al Ferguson. Celebrities and interviews. Trevor Noah, Loud and Clear Tour 2020. Let's plan ahead. Village People 40th Anniversary Tour. Out and About. HRC South Florida 2020 Dinner and Silent Auction. Around Florida. Florida Strawberry Festival. The Fun 5 Air Supply with special guest Poco. Gatsby's Speakeasy Salon. It's all happening tonight on South Florida's most popular live source for things to fun. Only on HAPPENING.fun.
Well, good evening, South Florida. We are excited. Happy New Year to you. I'm your host and Al Ferguson, and this is my Things to Fun partner and lifestyle expert, Napoleon Plays.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We are excited to have you here.
We are broadcasting from the World AIDS Museum here in Central Broward County. Wilton Manors, Fort Lauderdale. We're going to tell you a lot more about that in a moment. We remind you this is our first broadcast of the year. This is live, so anything can happen. It usually does. I'm going to try to find minutia mistakes in Napoleon's participation tonight.
And you guys will see all of what Al does. That's right.
Absolutely right. We want to remind you, how do you get featured in the show?
That's right. If you have any events, festivals, or other organizations that should be featured in our show, make sure to submit them. Very easy at submit@happening.fun. We want to hear from you.
We are in our new time slot, which we're very excited about. Happening.fun is going to broadcast every Monday night at 8 o'clock. Now, we made this change from Wednesday, and it's been a success already. Last week was the first time we did it. And we have done this so you have more time to plan for fun.
Now it's Monday, and you can plan ahead for your entire week. We are here to help you.
That's right. And tonight's show is dedicated to the weekend of January 11th. We also thank you, South Florida. We have become the most popular live entertainment show in South Florida. Live focusing on the things to fun in South Florida. This last week's show, the first time we did it on Monday at 8 o'clock, and 20,000 of you watched the show. We thank you very much.
It's because they had more time to tune in.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure, if you are a fan who's been following us from the beginning, make sure to like, subscribe, and of course, start a watch party. It's really simple. Watch this. When viewing our live show in your app, please click share. On the next screen, you can write text to your viewing audience and then click start watch party. You've done it. Enjoy your party.
Well, it's as simple as that, South Florida, and we hope you do that. If you have friends that like to do fun things, concerts, festivals, events, you have tuned into the right place to find out all about what is things to fun here in South Florida. We want to thank our presenting sponsor, makes this show possible, and that is Barbara Warren Lowley, immigration attorney here in South Florida, highly specialized in unique needs. Probably Napoleon's going to need legal services soon, I guess.
I don't know what you're planning on doing to me, but that's her specialty, then I will happily take her aboard.
Right. So we thank Barbara Warren Lowley for being our presenting sponsor tonight. Now, we told you at the top of the show, this is unique in that we have a new set. And we are broadcasting from the World AIDS Museum. This is almost hallowed grounds for the medical situation that we have watched over the last 40 years of AIDS. And the tributes of the World AIDS Museum has memorialized that event. There's still much to do because in South Florida, Dade County, Broward County, and Palm Beach County have the highest transmission rates in the entire nation, more than New York, more than Los Angeles, which is shocking. And our World AIDS Museum for the entire world is also right here in South Florida. And because of that, we'll be broadcasting Happening.fun in this historic museum. And I'd like to welcome tonight Raquel Lopes, the Executive Director of the World AIDS Museum. Good evening, Raquel.
Good evening. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, this is our first permanent gig, as they call it. We've set this brand new setup right in the middle of your house, so
And
to
we
speak.
welcome you with open arms.
Yeah, what do you think about combining? Some people might think, well, this is kind of a strange combination I've never heard of before, but the World AIDS Museum does all kinds of events through the years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We do exhibits. We do networking parties for business associations. We do youth events here. So this is not out of our
Fundraisers.
fundraisers. This is not
You're
out of our.
You're big on community, and that's
Yes.
one of the things that was a great reason to have HAPPENING.fun here. We're instilling the community to get out there and be involved with each other, and this is a great home to make that happen.
It surely is.
Yeah. Now I'm curious. I don't know what you think, Napoleon. I'm wondering if any of the things to fun that we talk about in this coming year, any of the events that the World AIDS Museum might be incorporated in them. I don't know.
They're going to have to be. They do a
That
lot.
might happen.
It might happen. Well, we're very excited. This is a unique partnership of this entertainment show focusing on the fun things to do in South Florida and having a community-minded interest at the same time, which is the World AIDS Museum. So, Raquel, we thank you for joining us tonight. Anything that you're hoping for 2020 for this partnership, this collaboration between HAPPENING.fun and the World AIDS Museum?
I'm actually just excited that we're doing this. This partnership is extraordinary. It's mind-blowing, and I look forward to working closely with you.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely great. So thank you for
Thank
being us
you.
tonight. So I'm ready to have some fun.
Me too. Let's learn about what's going on this week.
Absolutely. Now at HAPPENING.fun, we outline our different kinds of events that we do in a couple of different segments called blocks. And our first block tonight is called Celebrity and Interviews. And tell us, first off, we remind you, if you have any events and you plan events in this category where you bring celebrities to South Florida, we encourage you to reach out to HAPPENING.fun. Many of you have been doing that, and we thank you very much. Napoleon, tell us about what's going on this week.
That's right. Our top choice for celebrities and interviews this week is Trevor Noah's Loud and Clear Tour 2020. This is going to be at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood on January 18th at 8 p.m. Now, this was a show that Trevor was doing for a while, and they actually had so much popular demand for it, they had to extend it into the year and for future shows. And of course, Trevor Noah is on The Daily Show. He took over for Jon Stewart about 4 years ago. And he is a comedian. He is somebody that has made headlines. He is known for being from Johannesburg, I believe, South Africa. And he really has a strong following because his humor is a lot like Ellen DeGeneres. It's relatable to all, and it's more about himself than other people.
He's organically funny, which is one of the reasons why everyone loves The Daily Show.
That's the difference between him and you.
Organic?
Organic and funny.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm very funny, dude, and you know that. You laugh all the time. In fact, Napoleon's family from Baltimore was here over the holiday.
That's right.
And we had a great evening. We had dinner, and we went and did the comedy show at the Seminole Hard Rock. It is a fantastic facility. If you haven't been there since the Guitar Hotel Tower and the expansion is open, it's really time to go. And Trevor Noah is a perfect time to do
It
that.
would be my first choice for comedy down here.
That is our celebrity and interview block, and we move into our second block, which is called Plan Ahead. Now, I always tease my millennial friend here because the millennials are always so sad because they always miss out on the really, really good things to do because they don't have the ability to plan ahead.
That is right. Well, at least speaking for myself, I am not the best at planning ahead. I'm a very go-with-the-flow son of a hippie generation type of vibe. So I am not the best at figuring out what I want to do ahead of time.
Yeah,
but
like most millennials, I just faded out there. I didn't even hear a single word you said.
I'm sure you relate to that more than I.
But I do know that in Plan Ahead, we've got something interesting this week we want to talk about. Tell us about that.
That's right. This week we have the Village People's 40th anniversary tour, and we've got a video prepared for you. Watch this. Oh, well, the most exciting thing about this is that is the Village People returning after 40 years. Victor Willis, who was the original lead singer, is returning to actually take on this for this endeavor. And I'm just really curious. Can you name each of the stereotypes that is in the Village People?
Police leather, or that might be two different things.
Definitely two. That's definitely two. The Leatherman and the police officer.
Yeah, the army guy.
Sure, that's the official word. Indian. It's on TV, so you can watch it right now. You can just look at the screen right now to look at it. There's 6 of them, right?
Oh, wait. Let me slap back at my friend. Have you seen The Village People?
I have not, though this is an opportunity to.
Hello.
How many performances have they actually done in the last 15 years? I'm not sure.
I saw them in Ybor City, and the show was fantastic. And you know why the show is? Of course, the music is iconic. It reminds you of the disco era, of course. It's over the top for a very large LGBT community in South Florida.
It's nearly drag what they're doing.
Right, it really is drag. And the other thing that's really cool about it is the fans that come. They want to have a good time, and as a result, this is one of the concerts where you go to and everybody wants to have fun, so it makes the experience great. And that is plan ahead. Probably means you still won't be able to get to see The Village.
Well, at least I'll always be a macho man.
Dude, come on.
The
camera doesn't lie. All right, it moves us into block number 3, and that is called Out and About. Not The Village People, but we always joke in South Florida it has one of the largest gay populations in the United States. And because of that, we always joke we are broadcasting in South Florida from one of the gayest places on planet Earth. Lots of interesting things. We remind you, we have a slide here that if you plan events in the gay community, we want to hear from you. We'll incorporate you in HAPPENING.fun.
That's right. And even if you're not a part of the gay community, if you don't identify as LGB or T, but you might be a Q or an A, queer or an ally, then this is also still an event series that is right up there for you because these are events for everybody.
So tell us about our Out and About event that we're talking about.
Our top choice for Out and About in this week's section is the HRC, the Human Rights Campaign's South Florida 2020 Dinner and Silent Auction. Now, the Human Rights Campaign is the largest LGBTQ advocacy group and political lobbying organization that exists in the U.S. And they do a series of dinners over the course of the entire year. And this is the one that takes place in South Florida. So I know that you and I will be there. It's January 11th at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Fort Lauderdale. And they do a lot of important work. What is your experience with the HRC, Al?
I've supported the HRC. The HRC, by the way, is not a gay organization. It is a human rights organization that supports. They have a national dinner in the fall in Washington. I've been a number of times to it. If you are interested in supporting human rights, you would support the HRC. And in South Florida, certainly that is true. They do incredible work in terms of trying to elect people in public office that are supportive of human rights, and especially in like Broward County. Broward County is unique in that it is a minority county, meaning minorities make up the majority of the citizens and the electorate in Broward County, and the Human Rights Campaign supports those efforts. So the number one event that we talk about this week at the Ritz-Carlton, I mean, come on, that's not so bad either.
Yeah. What is the phrase? If you
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Blame it on the Ritz. That's a song. It's from your time, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude. All right. It moves us into our fourth block, and I really like this because I'm well traveled. Right? You know that.
Did you just miss the song reference a moment ago? I don't know. I don't know about your culture, Al.
This segment is called Around Florida. Now, we have all kinds of things. Everything we could want is here in South Florida. But we live in a great state, too. And in this segment, we talk about some of the really fun and interesting things to do around Florida. Occasionally, like for a weekend, it's fun to get out of South Florida. Get away from some of your friends that you're a little tired of.
And they might follow you there because we have the best events going on around Florida.
Well, tell us one of those events.
Our top choice this week for Around Florida is the Florida Strawberry Festival. Now, this is a world-renowned festival. It has been going on for about 85 years. We've got a video prepared for you guys, so watch this.
The Florida Strawberry Festival 2020, our perfect vision for family fun.
The one that got away. It's the hardest thing. Turn on the radio.
Over 23 top acts.
Just to be your man. I can only imagine. There she goes, yeah. Sweet home.
And Advance tickets on sale now at flstrawberryfestival.com. The Florida Strawberry Festival 2020.
Florida Strawberry Festival. It is in Plant City, February 27th through March 8th. Now, this is, of course, then an 11-day event with over 500,000 people that visit it every single year. And they have headlining entertainment. They have a youth livestock show. I'm not sure if you participated in that, being from a more southern state growing up, just the laughs and the silence. Okay, I guess you milk cows or something there, like 4-H style. But they also have rides, exhibits, shows, and of course, strawberry shortcake. Have you been to this festival before?
So many times.
To milk a cow?
I barely tell you. No, I've never milked a cow. But let me tell you, the Strawberry Festival, first off, as Napoleon slaps out at me, watch as I slap back. Do you know where Plant City is?
Actually, I do. It's in Easton Hillsborough County.
All right. And that's
which is somewhere in Florida.
It's right, exactly. He's not even completely sure where Hillsborough County is.
Florida looks like this, and it's somewhere in that area of the Boomerang
I have
State.
friends here at the studio that are laughing with me against you.
I'll take that bet.
That's east of Tampa. It's about 20 minutes east of Tampa. It is the strawberry capital of the world. That's what they claim. You see strawberries everywhere on the side of the road. You can buy pints of strawberries everywhere. Think of the Strawberry Festival like a mega county fair, enabled with entertainment. They have a giant 12,000-seat outdoor performance venue, and they have entertainment every single day. Major country acts, jazz acts, major performers that come in and perform. And the tickets are very, very inexpensive, starting at like $10 for a major superstar act. It is so much fun. Of course, the rides and the strawberries and the elephant ears and all of the terrible food and
the delicious
wonderful
terrible food that's all
Exactly.
themed after
Right.
strawberries. I can't think of this and
Right.
not think of my time in New York with the strawberry fields, the Beatles song, the location.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but
lot
that
bigger.
is our big event for you to plan on around Florida, the Florida Strawberry Festival coming in February. That moves us to our final and most important block of the week, and that is called the Fun 5 Things to Fun This Week. I don't know who in our production staff likes to give me these tongue twisters to allow you to show off, but it's the Fun 5 Things.
So you're not very skilled with your tongue is what we all just learned.
This
That's
week.
right. This is
All
the
right.
Fun 5.
Remember, if you have a big event, festival, party, whatever, concert, whatever it is, send us an email and let us know about it, and we'll consider you for inclusion in happening.fun.
Yeah, we wanna go.
Tell us, let's begin with you, Napoleon, of the 5 fun things to do this week.
Number 5 in our countdown of the Fun 5 Things to Fun this week is the Gatsby's Speakeasy Salon featuring Anastasiya Sky. Now, this is a weekly salon. It is a jazz dinner and concert. And of course, this week it is featuring Anastasiya Sky, who is renowned in Russia and Europe in jazz circles for her vocals and her vocal range. This is something that goes on Thursdays, and this one is January 16th to February 27th at 7:30 p.m. Are you a big jazz fan?
I do like jazz. I haven't ever been to Gatsby's joint. Have you been there?
No, it sounds incredible though.
We
It's
have
named
to
after
do this because it sounds fun, and of course the Great Gatsby.
And it's
I know you're
2020.
there.
Come on, we've got to
Yeah.
go explore the Roaring
That's
20s, and
exactly
I know that's
right.
the thing of the year, right?
It sounds like a lot of fun, and that's our number 5 thing to do this week in our planning. It leads us to the number 4 countdown of the Fun 5 Things to Fun this week.
Good job.
And that is Miss Saigon. Now, Miss Saigon is one of the best Broadway shows ever created. When Miss Saigon came out, of course, it won a slew of Tony Awards. It's going to be at the Kravis Center for Performing Arts in West Palm Beach, March 3rd to March 8th. We give you the heads up because even with 5 days of shows, this is going to be a complete sellout. So plan ahead.
It is a classic that everyone wants to see.
Have you seen Miss Saigon?
I have, but not in a long time. I know a lot of people are familiar with Madame Butterfly, of which this show is based. And it tells the story of an Asian woman who is essentially at odds with a lover who betrays her. And so you get to watch
Set
her
in
journey.
the Vietnam War.
Yes, yeah, as a key component. If anyone has heard of Last Night of the World, that is a song from this show.
Breathtaking.
It's absolutely incredible. This is one of those shows that you sing sing the songs to show off your range and your abilities as a performer, to be able to emote. And it was revolutionary for the Asian community as well, as one of the first leading roles that they had available to them.
The first time I saw Miss Saigon, I've seen, and in fact, I think I have seen Miss Saigon maybe 4 times, not kidding. I've seen it on Broadway twice, and the first time I saw it on Broadway, I was astounded because a U.S. military helicopter lands on the stage, they load into the helicopter, and it takes off on the stage. And it was the first time anything had been tried like that in a Broadway show. It was absolutely fantastic.
That's the spirit of Broadway, is that over-the-top spectacle that takes you into the visceral
Our number
experience.
4 thing to do this week at the Kravis Center in Palm Beach is Miss Saigon, March 3rd to March 8th. Select times, reach out to the Kravis Center. That leads us to...
Number 3 in our countdown of the Fun 5 Things to Fun this week is the Full Moon Dinner Party. This is at the Atlantic Hotel and Spa in Fort Lauderdale on January 10th at 7 p.m. Now, this is a monthly event where they have a prefixed dinner. It's 3 courses. They have live music. They have events. And, of course, they have, at this one, fire dancers. So you're really going to have a, speaking of visceral experience, a visceral time going to this event, having the dinner picked out, going and meeting new people, having a fun time. And, of course, it's named after a full moon party for its namesake reason. So people are a little rowdier, embracing their inner werewolf, as I'm sure you can relate to.
It's fun. The Atlantic Hotel is beautiful. I haven't heard of this dinner party. I'm really glad that Happening.fun is concentrating on including events like this, because the big concerts, of course, we all know about, BBT Center or Kravis or the Broward Performing Arts Center, but this is an interesting inclusion of one of our big 5 fun things to fun this week.
It's a recurring event, and you know you'll have a good time because Al was not invited to the party. So you will go, you'll have a great time, and you'll just see me there.
Now, that's a funny joke, Napoleon, but if the Atlantic said, well, we'd like somebody from Happening.fun to come to this event, would they be inviting me, or would they be inviting you?
Would they be looking to have a good time, or would they be looking to be lectured?
Yeah, but funny. All right, that leads us to number 2 in our countdown of the fun 5 things to fun this week. See, I'm rolling off my tongue.
That's right. Your tongue is finally warmed up. We'll go through some vocal warm-ups.
Well, let's get a little highbrow, and that is with Macbeth.
Oh, God, you said it.
Yeah, Macbeth.
All right. The Scottish play, for all of you that won't say that name.
Yes, Shakespeare in the Park, coming to the Barnacle Historic State Park in Coconut Grove, January 17th to January 19th. This is an interesting event where, very common, you're from up north, Baltimore and New York. Shakespeare in the Park has done a lot of different kinds of festival events in the north, not so much in the south. I won't criticize the South for their embracement of Shakespeare, but this is a great opportunity for you to see Macbeth in live stage
it's
format.
difficult because the whole idea of Shakespeare in the Park is that it was created to help people that might not be able to see shows, to have more accessibility to more people, and there just has to be a strong theater scene. And while we do have sometimes that down here, for classics like Shakespeare or Moliere, that's not always what you'll most immediately find, because it takes a little bit more understanding how to get through the play.
Yeah, it's another interesting event. This week's combination of big events is interesting because this is a super cultural experience and something that many people may not naturally embrace. But this is a really terrific opportunity to see something that you normally couldn't see.
That's right. And the Scottish play, or Macbeth as other people will call it, is known because people that are in the theater scene, in a theater space, won't say the name because it is inherently bad luck. But it also is a very important time to see this show because it details the difficulty and the problems that political ambition and a source of power can lead to. And we might be experiencing that sometime in this year. So it's very relevant.
Very, very funny. And it leads us to our number 1 countdown.
Our number 1 in our countdown of the fun 5 things to fun this week is Air Supply with special guest Poco. Now, Air Supply is a band that has been around since 1975, and together with Poco, we have country rock pioneers.
Now, this is the band that does I'm All Out of Love, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I think I put together roughly what you were trying to go for. You know, I'm so lost without you. That's what you
That's what I just did. You got it instantly, so I did a really good job.
I'm just prepared. I'm prepared to do a good turn daily, like any Eagle Scout is.
right.
Now, of course, the vocal harmonies, the country instruments, and the rock and roll rhythms are part of what brought this band and put them on the map. And some of their other songs, like you said, "Here I Am," "Making Love of Nothing at All," they have a lot of hits.
Yeah, that was a great song.
You-
And where's Air Supply going to be at?
They're going to be at Magic City Casino in Miami.
love the Magic City
on
Casino.
January 11th at 7 p.m. So go
Have you
check
been
them
to
out.
Magic City?
Yes, actually, I have.
Yeah, to
For-
gamble or to see entertainment?
I'm not a big gambler. I feel like life is enough of a risk. I don't need to waste my money on something by throwing it away. I'd rather just like buy theater tickets or go on a sexy
To
date.
our friends in the sales department at Magic City Casino, many people love casinos, and they go to the casinos and play in the casinos because they love the casinos, even if one person on planet Earth does.
They're so much fun. They have oxygen pumped into it. Well, hey, there's a lot of things I can like about casinos. I did have a lot of time that I spent in Las Vegas growing up. Even if it's not for me to gamble, I love the environment.
Well, and of course, Magic City is a great facility and a great casino, and especially desirable because they bring events like this in. Air Supply coming to the Magic City Casino January 11th at 7 p.m. You're interested in seeing Air Supply? That's a little before you.
Oh, a lot of things are before me. It doesn't mean that it's not good music to see.
Okay.
That's how you become cultured, Al.
I'm not exactly sure how I got read there, but I think there was a read in that statement. All right, Napoleon, that is our 5 fun things to do for this week. And that brings an end to HAPPENING.fun. This is our first show of the year. We're very excited to be here in the World AIDS Museum. We come to you every Monday night. I was going to say Wednesday.
We're not on Wednesdays anymore. We're here helping people plan ahead.
Exactly
People like me who need to plan ahead.
That's right. We
need
had
the
this
extra
whole
2 days.
write-in from all kinds of Gen Zers and millennials going, please, 3 days is not enough time to plan, so we moved it to Monday.
The people that weren't good enough at planning were on top of it to create an entire movement. To write to us.
Exactly.
It did
So
happen.
you have just seen the best things to fun this week. I'm
That's
your host,
right.
Al Ferguson, and of course, this is my Things to Fun partner, who I'm constantly trying to teach how to have a good time, even if his last name is Plays, is my partner, Napoleon Plays.
That's right. Now make sure to tune in every Monday at 8 o'clock so that we can find the best things to fun and the best things that you can go out and do so that you don't have to spend your time doing it.
Is your time precious?
Our time is so precious, and we know that yours is too, and that's why we have this show for you every Monday at 8 o'clock. And please make sure to submit all of your events, festivals, or other types of events at submit@happening.fun. We want to go to your parties.
You know, all you have to do is turn on the television. It's spilled into 2020 from 2019. There's a lot of serious things going on in the world. The antidote for the seriousness is to take some time to have fun. And all you have to do is subscribe and like and share HAPPENING.fun, and we're going to bring you the best things to do in planning ahead around Florida and in South Florida every single week. We all deserve things to fun. And we're here every Monday night at 8 p.m. to help bring you those things live at HAPPENING.fun.
Be celebrating.
Be laughing.
Be toasting.
I think be cheering, because I do like the wine.
I like to be silly.
I like to be childlike.
Be sexy.
Yeah, you always catch me at that line, and I don't know. I just
Here,
kinda
okay,
bristle
here, we'll do it
at
again.
But
Be sexy.
yeah, okay, no. Well, even if that is a little awkward, these are all great definitions of things to fun, and you're going to find those every week, Monday nights at 8 o'clock, exclusively at HAPPENING.fun. Good night, South Florida.